Time to get up and time to start learning. Making no damn excuses. Lord have mercy. That's right, that's right. You're gonna learn to damn day. Sit your ass down somewhere and listen.
Scotty C got this one.
You're gonna learn today. You're gonna learn today.
Sit your ass down. It's time to learn. Lord have mercy.
You're gonna learn today. You're gonna learn today.
Sit your hind parts down somewhere.
You're gonna learn today. You're gonna learn today.
It's time to start learning and getting ourselves together, black people.
You're gonna learn today. You're gonna learn today.
Now sit your ass down somewhere and put that weed down and start learning. Sit down somewhere.
You're gonna learn today. You're gonna learn today.
Violence on our own people. Sit your ass down somewhere before I come find you. Lord have mercy.
You're gonna learn today. You're gonna learn today.
Oh, you gonna learn the damn day. Sit your ass down. Lord have mercy. It's time to get y'all some knowledge, and you need some damn knowledge. And this ain't no damn party either. Sit your ass down. So I can get some information, pour something down your damn throat. Lord have mercy. ZZ109FM, this is Elsie Jenkins. And you gonna learn to damn day. Lord have mercy. That's where we're at today, people. You got to learn to damn day. That's where you're at. Let's go ahead and put a little shout out to Scotty C on the beat and LORATTI. Y'all got to get together. You two need to team up and create some positivity out here on the planet. Alright, so we got this new session. It's a quick session called You Gonna Learn Today, and it's very simple. We're gonna start learning. That doesn't take a whole lot of time to learn things. You just gotta sit your ass down and you got to listen. And you're gonna start learning. Now, I thought it was important to create this segment, ZZ109FM Talk Radio, hottest radio station on the planet. And it's time to start figuring these things out in regards to black people. If you're a white person in a black person's mentality, then that includes you. As far as we're concerned, you black too. But the bottom line is learning. Learning. We've got to learn how to survive on this planet. Now, I'm not going to go into a bunch of history about these things we're talking about because you can do the history on it. But we're going to talk about the facts about these things that I'm talking about. Alright, so I am semi-organized here. I'm trying to make sure I got everything. Lord have mercy. Alright, so our segment today is going to be simple. We're going to start from a point and we're going to build on this with other segments. We're going to go in depth into these segments, but you're going to be learning. The whole bottom line is you're going to be learning information that's going to help you. The reason I came up with this segment was simple. Lost somebody in my family recently. Lost somebody in my family. And sitting at the table and listening to a couple family members talk. They're talking about, let's do this and this to be able to get money to do this. And let's do this and this to get money to do this. Let's do this. I'm listening to them and I'm saying to myself, now look, if we've been on board like the white people on the planet, and I'm putting y'all out there, we've been on board like the white people on the planet and got insurance on our loved ones, we'd be able to build some wealth to do these things you're sitting at the table talking about damn doing. We'd be able to build some wealth. and be able to move forward on some of your ideas. It's that damn simple. But the problem with black people is they can't focus long enough. And they don't have the discipline to be able to make these things happen. So that's why I came up with this segment. I'm listening to them and I'm like, if we'd had an insurance policy on our loved one that just fell over and died, then we would be able to take a look at that policy and say, okay, let's take care of the family after we've taken care of our loved one. That's how it usually works. We're going to go into these different areas. We're going to talk about preparing your will and how to divvy out things to people after you leave. Because what I also learned is after you leave, people start acting a fool and asking for stuff they ain't got no entitlement to. So it's good to understand how that process works, how an estate is divvied out, and who has actually more of a stake in the estate than others when it comes to family. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about hospice care. We're going to talk about dealing with people in your home. We're going to talk about the industry. $20 billion. Chemotherapy is making $20 billion a year. So, with that being said, that means that some of us out here listening to this program are going to be in that window. They got to have customers coming from somewhere. It's got to be us listeners. Something is causing us to have more cancer than ever. That's another show or story. But the bottom line is, you might end up in that window and you may not be able to escape from the inevitable. So, you got to prepare. Now, when you're young, you don't do no damn preparing. When you're young, you're out here running around and you're doing smart things or you're doing stupid things. It's one or the other. And you can't have success if you're doing stupid things, but you have more success if you're doing smart things. And one of the smart things to do is to have insurance. It's either insurance on your parents, insurance on your grandma, insurance on somebody. Because everyone is going to die. Doesn't matter. You can sugarcoat it all you want to. Why don't you say pass away? Die. D-I-E. Die. People are going to die. That's what insurance is there for. So in this first segment, we're just going to go over insurance. We're going to just kind of give you a brief overview of insurance. All right, so we give you, first of all, a definition of insurance. I'm not going to read the definition of insurance for you, but it's simply a way to be able to take care of your burial, to take care of your family and loved ones after you leave the planet. Funeral costs are expensive. And then you have to look at the fact that depending on who you are, sometimes you have to do a repast and feed a bunch of damn hungry ass black folks. We need to get away from these things. I'm going to tell you why. It's too damn expensive. It costs too much damn money, and the traditional ways, they need to be looked at. I can see if it's somebody, that is greatly loved by the world, maybe. But we as average citizens on the planet don't need all of that. What we need to do is be reasonable with whatever policies we have. Now, the next problem I see when it comes to insurance is not having enough insurance. There's different ways to lay your loved one to rest, and we'll do that in a different segment, different show. But I'm going to just give you an example. Cremation is probably your cheapest way to go. And you can prepay for your cremation. You can prepay for your funeral expenses. You don't have to wait to the last minute. If you prepay on them and have insurance, that's more money left over for your family. So there's different ways to approach taking care of your family after you leave. But the bottom line is you've got to have enough insurance to be able to take care of these things. So with my experience recently, I see that, and I'm gonna give you a rough estimate. Let's look at $10,000. A $10,000 policy would cover the cremation, which was about $4,000, and it would cover the cost for a repast, which was about $2,000, giving you a grand total of $6,000. And there are some give or take fees, so you put $500 aside for that, which gives you about $3,500 left over. What we're not considering when we get a $10,000 policy, and that's all you had, we're not considering the bills and anything that's left over that needs to be taken care of, day-to-day expenses. So $10,000 alone is not a reasonable amount for a policy to take care of everything. But I do notice that if you have a $10,000 policy, if you use it specifically for your burial and the repast and anything outside of that, then it's enough money. So what I learned from this recent experience is have multiple policies. Have one policy specifically for your burial. So that would be a $10,000 or less policy if you just want to do a cremation. If you want to go all out with the bells and whistles, you're going to need more than $10,000 damn dollars. But that's what we're looking at. So now, my issue with insurance is if your black hind pots is on this planet for 90 years, okay, and you buy liquor, lottery tickets, scratch tickets, you spend money on clothes, shoes, you name it, things that we spend money on every damn day. You spend money on these things and you don't have the prioritizing of your insurance, then you're going to leave here with nothing. You can't take any of this stuff with you, and you've left your loved ones with nothing. So it's important to make a priority. If you're going to get a policy, make sure you get a policy that is worthwhile, $50,000 or more, and you pay that first before you buy your weed, before you buy your shoes, before you buy your cigarettes, before you buy your liquor, etc. Because that's a priority that needs to be in place no matter how you look at it. People are coming in here with the $5,000, $10,000 policy. Okay, that's great, but your assets you're leaving back for the family are way greater than that. Now, 9 times out of 10, you got to go through and you got to sell all of their stuff. Give it away or sell it. So what was that all for? For you to enjoy while you're here, but as soon as you leave, it all goes into the hands of others. Because that's what's happening to your things. All of your things are going into the hands of others. People are coming through your house, rummaging through your things, taking what they want, valuables. Now that's another show where some family members try to rush to the house to get the valuables they've been looking at all these years. Black people need to be ashamed of themselves if that's what's in your mindset when someone passes away. Oh, I'm going to get to the house before they do and get the valuables. You got to be ashamed of your damn self. Can't be selfish when it comes to dealing with insurance. Everyone has a part in the process, and it's no reason to exclude people and leave them out. We have to be integrity. We have to have integrity. We have to be honest. We have to be fair when it comes to dealing with a person's estate. And there's no other way to deal with a person's estate but on a fair and honest level. And it takes discipline to be fair and honest, because some people get control of an estate and lose their damn minds. And the fair and honesty is no longer in the picture. Now, if a loved one come around the corner and see how you're handling their estate, do you think they would appreciate the way you're treating the family members, how you're treating their belongings? I don't think they'd appreciate it. But that's what's happening, and we need to stop it. We need to understand that this is a process that we're all going to have to deal with eventually. So let's be fair with the process. Part of the process is understanding the will, if there is a will, because the will is specific. It tells you who gets what, and that's important. If you don't have a will, then the state laws in regards to succession, that means who gets what after you leave, take precedence. So make sure you understand these things before you start going around and talking to family members like they don't got no damn, like you ain't got no damn sense. You need to be aware of these things, and I'm talking to the executor. So the executor is a person that takes over and manages your things after you leave the planet. Now, you just can't have some family member that's going to be the executor and doesn't understand the rules behind that position. They have to understand the rules behind that position, because legally, if you don't follow the rules, any of the people that are inheriting anything from the deceased can sue you. Yes, family members can sue you, take you to court, because you don't follow through the succession process properly. So that's why we're here. That is why we're here today, because I'm communicating to you about these things. I saw problems in my family when it came to knowledge and what we need to know and do to take care of a person's estate after they leave. It's that simple. And there's different parts of this process which I'm going to break down in different segments or shows, because you can't talk about it all at one time. But we're talking about insurance today, and you got to know, in regards to insurance, basic things. Now, if you don't have a will, then you have the laws in your state, and every law is different in different states. So I'm just using Virginia, for example. So if you don't have a spouse anymore, it's just you, and you pass away, that means no more spouses. Because it's obvious that if you have a spouse, they do get what's left in the household when it comes to passing. But when the spouse is gone, that means you've got family members left. So the family members that are left, this is where the problem is, because if you don't know the process, people start going around acting a fool and talking to people like they have no stake in the estate. And when I say estate, I'm talking about the home the person lives in and the things that they own and belong to them before they passed. Trying to keep it as simple as I can for some of you black folks that didn't finish school. It's very simple. So if you have sons and daughters left, then they are the ones to gain access to the estate. That's it. It doesn't trickle down to everyone else after that. No, if there are sons and daughters left, then they're the ones that get the estate. If they decide they want to give you something, then it's up to them. But if they don't give you anything, you can't go run around talking about, I'm going to sue them because I deserve this, I deserve that. No, you're not a son or a daughter of the deceased parent. And that's where it ends. The only catch, and I think people got to be aware of this, the only catch is if your son passes away, but he has a daughter or a son, then they are now in the link of inheriting whatever that son would have received. So that's where you got to understand the rules, because that granddaughter or grandson can take the place of that son and get the inheritance. That's important. A lot of people want to look at these grandchildren and throw them to the side like they don't matter. But if the son or daughter is no longer here and they're still here, that son, grandson, or granddaughter is next in line to get the inheritance. Yes, it's important. You can't sit there and talk to these young people like they don't matter, because they do matter in the state of Virginia. They're next in line if the son or daughter of the deceased parent is no longer here on the planet. We're talking about these things because it's important to have knowledge of these things. You get in here and you start talking your knowledge, which ain't nothing, and people start believing you. A family can go to fists at each other for misinformation. The granddaughter in my family is entitled to absolutely everything she's asking for. So to exclude her in anything in the process of handling the estate is a violation. And if she did want to go to court, she can sue the executor. It's that damn simple. The rules are right here. You can pull them up, whatever method you want to pull them up. You can go to a lawyer's office and he'll pull them up for you and print them out for you so you can see. But it is what it is. All right, so we're done with our first segment. We talked about insurance. We talked about some basic things. We talked about entitlements. That's all we're going to talk about today, because there's so many other areas we're going to get into. We're going to get into these funeral homes. They're a business. They're trying to make money. But they have to respect your wishes, regardless of what choice you pick. So if you use the cheapest option and they're a little disgruntled about that, and they can see your insurance policies, they can see every last one of them, they're going to have a little problem with you because you're not spending. Well, that's just too damn bad. They can just have an attitude with you, but they still got to respect you while you're in the presence of their business. It's a business. We're going to talk about all of these things. We appreciate you for listening. This is ZZ109FM. You're going to learn today. We're not going to end our theme song at the end of the shows because there's no need. This is not a party. We're not here to shake our hind parts. Okay, we're here to learn. We're here to learn. And it's time that we start learning. ZZ109FM, this is Elsie Jenkins. You have a great rest of your damn day. and keep your hands to yourself and look over your shoulder and make sure if something doesn't feel right, you get your hind parts out of the area. Something isn't feeling right, it probably isn't. If you're going to survive the 2026, you got to make better decisions. ZZ109FM, Talk Radio. This is Elsie Jenkins. You take care.